back to South Pole Diecast. I'm Scott. Today we got a modern casting. It's the 64 Chevelle SS. And this came out, I believe, in 2012. I love this casting. I haven't really seen a lot of them before. I was born in 64 and I've always wanted a 64 Chevelle car. And this is the way I can have it. So it's been a while since I've done a mainline to a redline. So that's what we're going to do with this car. We're going to turn this into a redline. A 1964 Chevelle SS. Beautiful car. I love the casting. The color is great too. But I want to make this into a redline. So stick around. Okay, so I got the 64 Chevelle all apart. And of course it's all brand new, so it's all in good condition. I am toying with the idea I may paint this base. It's called bright silver, and it's just going to make it look more like a redline base to me. And then of course, even though I like this paint job, we're going to get this in the citrus strip and get that all taken care of. So stick around. It's that time again. Let's get this paint off this casting. And let's put in the orange Toxie Goo. Down she goes. And she's sinking slow because I added some new citrus strip to it. So we're going to have to help her. And then we're going to let that soak for a while because that is some thick paint on this casting. So stay tuned. Okay, so I got the body out of the citrus strip. Rinsed all the paint off, which was pretty easy. Now I'm going to go over with my Scotch-Brite wheel. Prep the metal, and then next I'll be polishing it with the Flitz polish to get that chrome-like shine. So then we can apply the Spectraflame paint. I won't show everything. I'm just gonna show a little bit of it. Just take your time. Alright, let's continue. Okay, so now it's time to polish the casting, which is one of my favorite parts. I love seeing the regular casting metal go from dull to bright and shiny. It's just so fun and so satisfying. So I got my Flitz and I got my polishing wheel, and we're just going to go over it, and we're going to make this thing shine like a brand new penny. Trunk's not that big, but the roof is really a large roof on this car. I think it's going to look great. And of course, being how this is the main line, it's going to polish up really well. No tarnish or anything to speak of. So when you do this, just take your time and watch the results happen right before your eyes. If you look close, you can already see it starting to go to chrome-like finish. Alright, so let's move on from this. Okay, so here we are in the paint booth after I had polished the casting with my Flitz and got it to a mirror finish. And I ended up going with Aqua Spectraflame. I think it'll look really good on this casting. And as you can see here, I'm just applying a light coat over the whole car. And then we're going to let that dry before we come back and do a heavier coat. As you can see, I'm using my new airbrush, which is working excellent, by the way. And I'm just trying to go over and give it like a tack coat. That just helps prevent it from, running on the car. Yeah, you can see that shine, boy. Polish that casting and it looks like a mirror. Of course, it was the main line, and so it was a new casting that had never been out of the package, but still, I love my Flitz and I love how it does on these cars. It just does a phenomenal job. Now we need to get the top, and then we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to hit it with a heavier coat. It's going on pretty good. I like this airbrush. Alright, let's continue. Okay, so I got the base here in the paint booth, and I'm going to spray it with this Krylon Bright Silver. To me, it just looks more realistic, like a Redline base, instead of just the gray color that it came in. So I'm just doing a nice little even coat, and then we can let that dry. So let's continue. Okay, so I got everything ready for the 64 Chevelle SS. And like I said, don't have to do nothing to windshield. I didn't strip that because I like the chrome on the motor. I did paint the base silver. It just looks more like a real Hot Wheel that way. And then I went with the Spectraflame Aqua color for the paint job with my new airbrush, which turned out fantastic. So let's get this together and see what it looks like. Okay, so this is where we started with the 64 Chevelle SS. Now let's get to the reveal. Okay, here she is, the 1964 Chevelle SS from a Mainline to a Redline. I think it looks gorgeous in the color. I love that aqua color. I like doing the main lines to the Redlines. I think it's really fun to see what these castings would have looked like if they had came out back in the 60s or early 70s. So I had a lot of fun with this. The airbrush worked flawlessly, and I think it looks really good as a Redline. I would have bought it as a kid, definitely, and it probably would have been one of my favorites. So if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe because it's always free, and we'll see you guys next time.